Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing a palette and doing eye swatches for the first time on my channel. Well, eye swatches for the first time on my channel. I've reviewed palettes before, but I am so excited about this palette that I picked up. It is the e.l.f. and Jkissa palette. Jkissa is a makeup person. I don't know where she started, if it was Instagram or YouTube. I know she has both. I have never owned a rainbow palette before, so I rarely play with color. I'm so excited about this one. Threw it all on my face today. So it's called To the Rescue palette. I don't know the story behind this palette. Obviously it has to do with dogs, rescues, all of that good stuff. The fun thing is it came with all of these stickers for you to design your own palette. So I designed this one in honor of my dog, Millie. This kind of looks like her. She's like a light gray. She's why Miranda has been on this channel before. This is a dark, but it has the floppy ears and kind of looks like her face. It says Kylie and Millie and just all these really cute dog stickers and stuff like that. It is a nice hard plastic. I got mine from Ulta.com and it is 20 bucks, which I don't think is bad. And right now, after using it on my eyes, I think it's a great price for these shades. So let's get into the palette. It has a really large mirror and these beautiful, beautiful rainbow shades. Like, holy crap. So I love that it is laid out in the rainbow. You have 2 rows of mattes. One are like the more brighter version of the color that you see. The second row is a little bit more dulled down, as you can see. They still match the color of the row that they are in. They are just a little deeper. Sometimes like the yellow, it's like a little bit more mustardy. So it's just a deeper version of this bright yellow. And then you have a row of shimmers. Like, these are like not shimmers. They're like foils. They are so beautiful. I love them all. I played around with these on my eyes. I didn't film it because we will be doing eye swatches of these, but off the bat, I will say I really enjoy these shadows. I've always been afraid of playing with colors because it can be difficult blending them, but these blended together so nicely. They are really pigmented. Some you do need to layer multiple times to really beef up that color, like this side. The blues and the greens are just so bright, just first swipe, it's insane. So I did do a little cut crease in the actual cut crease to get this little champagne. I used the Natasha Denona mini nude palette. I used this center champagne shade just in case you were curious, but I really enjoyed playing with this palette. I think it blends very nicely, especially the purple, which I know purples can be really difficult to do in a palette to make. It wasn't patchy, it's bright. I have had to kind of build it up, but I am very, very pleased with these. Okay, so enough talking. Let's get into the eye swatches. Okay guys, so I don't have my makeup on anymore and I bet I look real crazy after wearing that and then just switching to this. I had to go run errands and I wasn't about to go out with a rainbow face. And they were time sensitive errands. So, gotta put some lip balm on. We are going to do the eye swatches, and the point of these is to see how the shadows actually perform on the eyes as opposed to arm swatches. That girl Shay here on YouTube does them. I love when she does them, so I want to do them. But especially with this one, because this is such a rainbow palette, obviously, I want to see how all of them perform on the eye. So ready with my Makeup Revolution base. So let's get this on. So I really love this eye base because it really conceals the eye. So we are gonna get a really good idea of what these shadows look like on a blank canvas. And I have to do this every single time we swatch. Also, another thing I didn't mention is when I unboxed this in my haul, which if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. When I hauled this, I saw that the orange shade is named, this orange shade right here, Millie, and it's spelled the way that I spell my dog's name, which I got very overly excited for. So there's that. And I mean, it makes this palette special because my baby girl's in here. So let's start with Casey and Millie, and there's Millie barking. I'm going to be using flat shadow brushes like these. They're pretty flat. So that, here's another one. Things are pretty consistent around here, and I'm giving it a fair shot, even though I've already used these on the eyes, but I haven't used every color. So let's do Casey first. These are gonna be messy because this is my first time. Okay, so this is Casey. Pretty opaque and not patchy from what I can tell. It's not the brightest, but it is a really good red. It's not like a hot, hot red. Now we are going into Millie, which is a hot Cheeto orange. That is Millie right there. I like this. It's pretty bright, not patchy, super buildable. And I said at the beginning, these do blend nicely, so you don't have to worry about that. So those are these two colors. Okay, Millie is now sitting under my desk and chewing on a bone. So we are just gonna go straight down to Pepper and Zuma, which are the darker red and the darker orange. Oh my god, how appropriate for this video. Well, I look crazy. Okay, so Pepper. Okay, my dog just moved my camera. Anyways, this is Pepper. Wow, lots of pigmentation. And it's darker matte colors that tend to grab and get patchy. So far, I think this is okay. It's a tad patchy right here in the middle. Like I can't build this up, and it does have some fallout, but I am really packing this on. What do you think? That is Pepper. And now Zuma. So this orange, I want to say, is more of a neutral toned orange, whereas Millie is definitely super, super warm. Even though like orange is warm, but it's just how they look when they're right next to each other. Honestly, they look exactly the same on the eye. I think I just loaded it up way too much. These are powdery, but not like terrible. Okay, now that it's like a normal amount, it's not as opaque towards the center, if you can see that. On the outsides here, you just blend things out. Like it looks nice blended when you start to blend, but just packed on, there's just a little bit where it's a little tiny bit patchy. So here is Pepper and Zuma. Okay, this one's exciting because we're getting into some shimmers. So we have Strawberry and Suki. It's T-S-U-K-I, so I'm assuming the T is silent. So Suki. So we are gonna go in, I'm actually gonna use a flat shader brush, like something that's a little bit more flat that grabs metallics better. We're gonna go in with strawberry. So this is it without any water. Has like an okay shimmer to it. I am looking in my mirror, but not as like super metallic as I would want it. It also might be this brush. I don't really ever use this brush. Let me use this one. Okay, there we go. This is a little bit better. So we have that there. And then we're gonna do Suki, and then we're gonna try them wet as well. Okay, so I'm not really getting a lot of orange off of this. It's looking more gold. Sorry if it's bothering you that I'm pretty rough with my eyes. They already have wrinkles because I squint, so whatever. So this is giving off more gold vibes, but it's kind of dulled down and transparent. So not my absolute fave. So let's see if we can amp these up with a little spray. This is just Evian facial spray. So going back in with strawberry, spritz it. Oh yeah, that really amps up that color. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Really amped up the color and the shine. This is such a beautiful like raspberry burgundy color. I love that, so pretty. Okay, let's see if this can do some magic with Suki. Like it's helping with the shine a little bit, but it's such a dull color. This is the color that I am using right here. It's just the oranges were so vibrant. Okay, I'm getting more shine, but I really had to pack that up. I'm not getting the color that I want, the color payoff. Sorry, I'm looking over here because that's where my viewfinder is. All right, so let's move on to yellow and green. This is gonna be fun. So we have Yosemite and Peaky. First I'm gonna go with Yosemite. Yosemite is a hot yellow. This is super vibrant. It's not patchy from what I can see in the mirror and my viewfinder. Super bright. Great, like that. Okay, now it's on to Peaky, which is actually what I had on this eye earlier in the video. Casey, the first matte red, was on the inner corner of this eye, and Peaky was the inner corner of this eye. And it was like a hot green right when I put it on and super pigmented. I mean, like, look at that. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this might be one of the best shades in the palette. It's just, I don't really have that much fallout. Why am I blurry? Sorry, it was blurry, but this just really, really packs a punch. Not the prettiest eye swatch, but there is like a little bit of a patch right here. But I mean, it's such a bright green and super pigmented. These are Yosemite and Peaky. My eyes are hurting, but we are halfway through the palette. Woo! Okay, so we have Paloma and Tank. So Paloma is more like a mustard yellow, and Tank is a dark green. So we are going in first with Paloma. Ooh, wow. Okay, that was unexpected. Super pigmented, a really unique color. Okay, this might be the best color so far. I don't see any patchiness. This is super pigmented. It's a unique color. I think this could be really pretty, just lightly in the crease. That is Paloma. And now we are gonna go on to Tank, which I'm kind of scared of because it's the darkest color we are using thus far. That's a super deep, like forest green. With some like blue undertones to it. Does have fallout, so I would definitely use this shadow before foundation. But I'm pretty impressed with this one. No patchiness, not grabbing weird anywhere. So this is Paloma and Tank. Okay, so I'm starting to get a little staining over here. You can kind of see my eyes a little green. That's okay. We shall continue, and we are doing the two shimmer shades. So Firefly is the yellow and Reagan is the green. Sorry, my dog keeps hitting my thing. So let's go in with Firefly first. So this is like a yellow gold. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. This is not like that orange one. This is bright and it is packing a punch and it is shimmery. Like, that is so pretty. That's really nice. Okay, let's go in with Reagan. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. That is like a St. Patrick's Day green. You know what I mean? Like more on the blue side and it's really freaking bright. This is reminding me of like Sprite right now. Okay, so not like these really need it, but I'm gonna spray them with water. So first we're doing Firefly again. I mean, that just like amps it up even more. Like the color, it becomes super opaque and metallic. Same deal. I mean, they were so good the first time around. This only makes it even more opaque and a little bit more shiny. So this is Firefly and Reagan. We are going on to the blue and purple, and that's our last row. I don't know if you can tell, but this side, yeah, you can tell, it's like stained. And I can't like scrub my eyes hard because they're already hurting. So with that being said, we're gonna do the blue over here because this is giving off a blue vibe, and then we'll do purple over here. We are going in with Cannoli, which is a bright royal blue, like super bright. And I use this on the outer corner of this eye when I have my look on at the beginning. My dog's chewing on her bone. It's appropriate for this video. Oh my god, look at that. That is bright. Like, holy crap. This blended really well when I used it on the outer corner. It's a tad, just like a touch patchy over here in the middle. But I mean, it is so bright. Like, look at that. Holy crap. Okay, so now we have Sadie, which is the bright purple that I had on this outer corner. Packs a punch, but not quite like Cannoli. This is just like a true violet-y purple. I'm not seeing really any patchiness, and purples are so difficult to make. Just the thing about the pigment that makes purple in an eyeshadow, they're just really difficult to get right, and this is right. This is one of the best purple eyeshadows and one of the best blue eyeshadows I've ever used. And I mean, I haven't used a lot of them. I've used a lot of dark purple eyeshadows, so, because I have brown eyes, so I usually have in the past gravitated towards purple eyeshadows, and this is A1. So you have cannoli and Sadie. Even my hand is like getting a little stained. Okay, we are losing battery here, so we have Thatcher, which is a dark navy. This is just a touch patchy in the middle, like it's not grabbing all the way, but this is such a intense navy. Okay, and now we have Pretty Girl, which is the dark purple. I mean, so far so good. These purples are unreal. One thing I will say is you will get patchiness if the product you have underneath of these is wet. There's a little bit of discoloration patchiness happening here. I'm sure you guys can see that, but it's a pretty good purple. So we have Thatcher and Pretty Girl. It looks like I have black eyes right now. Okay, we are getting super stained, but we were at the end of our journey. So we have Bailey and Confetti. Bailey is a bright metallic blue, and Confetti is obviously the purple. It's a little darker. It's not like a bright purple. First, we're going in with Bailey. Oh my God. That is what I'm talking about. This is so bright and so pretty. Look at that. I love this. I love this color. And then we're going in with Confetti. Okay, it's definitely coming off lighter than in the pan. And kind of like it's got like a pink reflect. It's not bright. It's a little more dull, like pastel-y. So let's go in with the spray for Bailey first. Again, like the yellow and green just amps up the color and the shine, even though it like really didn't need it in the first place, but just look how bright. So pretty. And now let's do Confetti, which I'm hoping gets a little better, because now it's looking like a really dull purple. Oh yeah, that definitely brightened it up and made it more pigmented, and it's really bringing that pink shimmer to life, if you can see. Not the brightest purple I've ever used, but it is better than Suki, that orange that we used. Okay guys, we are at the end of the swatches and the end of the video. My eyes are burning right now, and my review still stands. I still really recommend this palette. I really like it. As you saw, these are really awesome colors and really great quality for the drugstore. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped show you what the colors look like. If you get this palette, I hope you enjoy it as much as I have so far. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.